Hi guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor and your leverage for change. Today I'm going to be speaking about the most important relationship that you can have, and that is the relationship with yourself. You know, a lot of people are so interested in their relationship with others, but the fact is that you cannot have healthy relationship with others if you don't already have a healthy and relationship with yourself. So today I'll be going through a couple of things about this relationship. How do you get to this place of having a healthy relationship with yourself? The unfortunate thing in our world today, guys, is that we actually know others more than we actually know ourselves. We don't spend, and this is because we don't spend enough time even kind of doing some kind of introspection and actually focusing on who we are, what we want, what we love, what do we like, what we don't like, what are our goals or dreams. We don't focus on that so much. We focus on everyone else. And if we are someone with a really the attachment style of the anxious preoccupied or the fearful avoidant, we have learned that you focus on the needs of others rather than your own needs, right? So I want to really go into into kind of some areas that you need to, that will tell you that you actually have a healthy relationship with yourself, and that the first step, guys, to this healthy relationship is actually to love yourself. And you know, when we hear about self-love a lot, but really when I speak about self-love is not this egotistical kind of self-love, you know, oh, look at me, I'm all that. That's not what I'm talking about. You have to be able to be so comfortable in yourself to love who you are, right? Love who you are before you can actually love others. You cannot love somebody else if you do not love yourself. Because when you don't love yourself, what you do is you go outside of yourself and you're looking for others to love you. And if they don't love you, then you're at their mercy. So when you begin by, getting to the place where you love yourself, it does not matter who does not love you, because that does not dictate who you are. You already know who you are, right? So it's very important to have this kind of a relationship with yourself. A healthy relationship where you love yourself, you know who you are, and you are confident in who you are. Then after that, you can go out and actually give all of that energy and love to somebody else. All right? So how do we begin? Before we even get to know ourselves, guys, we have to know where are we coming from. We have to know our origin. Where are we coming from, right? All the things that happened in your life is what has brought you to who you are today. Everything, all the experiences, good, bad, and ugly, right? And so you have to actually really be able to accept those things as something in your past. But the important thing is with the knowledge that you can change whatever it is that you need to change to become the person that you want to be. Your choice of who you want to be, not everybody else's choices of things that people said to you in the past or did to you in the past that you thought was who you are. That is not who you are. Those were other people's opinions of you. You just embrace them because you just accepted them, because you just automatically accept them, whether it's because you were a child and you didn't know better. Maybe you were so young that you couldn't question these things that were done or said to you that made you not believe who you are. So the important thing to begin with is to first begin to look at your origin. What are these things what are these experiences that happened, and what are these things that were said to you that now caused you to be who you are today? And from that, you can know where, and then you have to decide where you want to be, who you want to be, right? You now have that autonomy. because I'm guessing you're grown, you're an adult, you probably have your own job, your own home, whatever it might be. So because society has this expectation of who we should be, we don't have to embrace society's expectations of who we should be. Innately, we all know who we want to be. All right, we know the things that suit us better, and we can choose to do that now because we have the autonomy to do so. All right. So what are some of the things that I'm going to take it from the back end and really look at the evidence of what it looks like to be someone who who has a good relationship with themselves, and who it begins, guys, by loving yourself. And as I mentioned before, it's not this egotistical, oh, look at me, I'm all that, but then you're crazy and messed up inside. That's not what I mean. It means that you love yourself, so you treat yourself and you think of yourself in ways, right, that might have been different from those people who might have told you horrible things about who you are, right? Now you can choose and say, you know, to dictate, choose ways of being and thinking that changes who you now believe that you are and who you're now growing to become. So the first thing, guys, is I mentioned is self-love. And this is going to determine how you treat yourself, right? It's going to determine how you treat yourself, and how you treat yourself is really as a result of how you value yourself. Do you value who you are? And remember, guys, you're going to treat yourself the way you value yourself. So perhaps before, you know, because people told you weren't worth anything, or they treated you like you weren't worth anything, and you believe them, you didn't value yourself. So you may have treated yourself in ways that was similar to how they treated you, because that was what you knew. That's what's comfortable for you, right? And so but after a while, you'll begin to recognize that this is not what I want to be. I know I'm better off than what people said about me or what they did to me. And now you can change, but it will determine, but it's the way you treat yourself now that is going to determine how much you love yourself, right? How much you love yourself and you value yourself, and you're always going to behave the way you believe that you are. That's what you're going to show to the world. All right. So the first step is to really fall in love with yourself again. Look at the things that you want, really. And one of the things that is going to be obvious when you start loving who you are and really having a healthy relationship with yourself is being confidence, right? And a lot of the times confidence can appear arrogant by people who have very low self-esteem, right? Because they believe that you either are just too much out there, you're too outspoken, you're too out there with what you want to express. Maybe you dress differently than they do because you're now embracing who you really are and all the things that you really like for yourself. Maybe you dress, in a way that they believe is a little too flashy, but this is embracing who you really are and really just living up to your authentic self. And so when you're comfortable doing that, then your self-confidence is going to come across to others, right? So it's really a place that you get to be comfortable with doing, dressing how you want to dress, showing up in the world the way, in an authentic way that is authentically you, not what everybody else said about you or did to you in the past. All right. This is also going to show up. Loving yourself, having a healthy relationship with yourself is going to show up in the way your self-respect. And this means, guys, if you respect yourself, you're not going to go out there and be half naked on the street where everybody can see all your goods, right? If you love yourself, you're not going to be out there doing things that are, just a bad reflection of who you are. Like, throwing garbage out the window, you know, calling out people, cussing people out in public, loud, rambunctious noise, that kind of thing, because you respect yourself, right? And you would not do that to others, and you wouldn't want it done to you. So these are the things that that's going to be when people look at you, they're going to see that you respect yourself because you carry yourself in a certain way, right? Also, the next evidence is going to be that you're self-assured. You're self-assured, which can seem very intimidating. It's another thing that can be intimidating to others who are really don't feel like they are worthy, or they have very low self-esteem, because they feel that people should just shrink into the background. When you're self-assured, you show up and you are out there. It doesn't matter. You're comfortable being there and vulnerable and open and seen. You're comfortable being seen, and you don't really care about what others think. You're self-assured. You're able to say you're able to show up in your authentic self in a confident way, right? All of these kind of go together. The next thing is that people are going to see that you're assertive. If there's something that is going on that you don't like, you're going to speak up. You're not going to shrink, especially when it's, if it's a place that is open to your opinion, you're going to say what you believe to be true. You're not going to shrink back to please everybody else, right? You're going to be self-assured and be assertive. The next thing is that you are going to, and self-assertive mean that you can go against the grain. You don't have to agree with everything everybody else says. You are quite comfortable giving your opinion and giving the reasons why you believe that is so. And it doesn't have, they don't have to accept it, but you are comfortable giving your opinion, all right? And saying what you mean and meaning what you say in public, and your thoughts. You don't have to go with everybody else because you feel like you're going to stand out. You're self-assured. You don't have to go with the regular run-of-the-mill, all of these ideas that people bring, right? You have a different idea that you think is going to be going to work in this thing. You will be able to speak about it. And if you need something, you're going to be able to ask for it in a respectful way. That is self-assuredness and self-confidence. All right, guys? The next thing is that you're going to be able to do what you want to do. When things happen and you know that there are things that you need to do, you're going to be able to motivate yourself to do. You're going to be able to have that inner power to go for what you want. So you don't need someone else to try and whip you into doing things that you need to do. You are able to make your plans, schedule out stuff, and do what it is necessary because you have control of yourself. You can motivate yourself to accomplish your goals, all right? The next thing is also that you can also manage your feelings. You don't fly off the handle at the drop of a hat. Somebody says something to you or do something to you and you just like lose it. And when you look back at the way you respond, you go, oh my God, what did I just do? Why did I respond like that? So you get to a place where you are in control of your emotions and your feelings, all right? The next thing is that you know that you love yourself. You're able to go out by yourself. You're comfortable with yourself, right? You don't care about what people think because you're by yourself. It's, you can affirm yourself. You don't have to wait until others affirm you or tell you that you look good or that you are good at this or that you're this or whatever it is. Because otherwise, if you wait and to be affirmed by others, and you can only feel good when you're affirmed by others, then when they turn the table on you and don't affirm you, then you are at the mercy, that emotional roller coaster. When they affirm you, you're good and you're high on the high. When they don't affirm you, you're sad and depressed. You're putting yourself at the your emotions and your feelings and of being healthy and loved and is going to be at the mercy of everyone else, and that is not healthy. So when you are able to do that, guys, then affirm yourself of who you are, the things that you have accomplished. You're fine. You can say, okay, I've done good in this area. I really am proud of myself. You can say that for yourself. This is not being egotistical. Because if you wait on somebody else to tell you, or you're waiting on somebody else to tell you, you're going to be always at the mercy of somebody else. The next thing is that you have the ability to forgive yourself. You're not stuck in this phase of, oh, well, I failed at this, I did this wrong in the past, and I can't move forward because I just feel so bad. I messed up. I totally messed up, and I know what am I going to do? And we all make mistakes. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. So when you can forgive yourself is that you look at what happened, you learn the lesson from what happened. If there are things or someone that you need to apologize to, you apologize to that person and say, I'm so sorry, I was wrong. And you move forward. You learn the lesson, settle whatever it is that you need to settle with somebody you may have hurt, and you move forward. And hopefully when you move forward, the idea is that you're moving forward with this information that of something you did wrong, so you don't make the same mistake again. All right? Also, the other thing that you'll see people who have a healthy relationship with themselves and love themselves do is that they invest in themselves. A lot of people who are people pleasers, they're always investing in others, right? And there's not a problem to say that you should not take the time to help others. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that a lot of people, especially the fearful, avoidant, and the anxious, they have the tendency, and the codependent, they have the tendency to look and give to others and abandon themselves. So, and after a while, there's a resentment that builds up when it's not reciprocated, right? So invest in yourself. There are things that you may want and you have goals you're looking forward to do and accomplish. Take a class, go to the gym, look after your health, read more books, learn more stuff. Investing in yourself. And that is also a way of loving who you are and taking care of you. Because a lot of people, as I say, they go into relationships hoping that others are going to take care of them when they should be taking care of themselves. Also, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? A lot of us are so concerned with how others see us, right? But you should first be really concerned and be happy with how you see yourself. So, because how you see yourself is going to determine how you act in the world, how you show up in the world, right? And all of those things that I mentioned earlier is going to come across, is going to be affected in the way that you see yourself. All right, the lens through which you look through. If I see myself as being less than, I'm going to recede into the background and not be self-affirming. I'm not going to value myself. I'm not going to be able to give to anybody, give to myself. I'm not going to be able to be assertive, right? So all of these things are tied together, but these are evidences. These are some of the evidences of what it is that you will look like, you will come across as when you have a healthy relationship with yourself, when you learn to love yourself and take care of yourself, right? Because without that, guys, it's very difficult to go out there and try to want somebody else to love you the way that you should already love yourself. All right. So I hope you learned something from this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel because this helps me to build my channel. And the subscription, when you subscribe, you will get a notification as soon as I upload a new video. So guys, I'm going to leave you now. So this is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Never, ever stop growing. There's so much to learn. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.